Attention, all views and opinions expressed in this video and channel are for educational purposes only.
All right, everybody, so we are back.
We are back.
There's Bella. Look at Bella. Hey, Bella. Bella.
Hey,
Bella. Hey, I love that hat.
Me too. Here, I'll show y'all. It's
Blunted. Oh, man, blunted.
I love the guys over at Blunted. They're great people.
But anyway, so you ready, Belle? You ready to do this?
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, Chad Wade here. Let's skip the crap. I've teamed up with Altura Funding to get you the best business funding you qualify for fast, man. And I mean fast. They've got hundreds of banks, term loans, lines of credit, 0% business credit cards for up to 18 months from major banks that you know and love. A tool that automates your P&L, balance sheet, and your cash flow, and shows you more funding you probably qualify for. Click the link below, fill out the 90-second form, no hard pull, and instantly see your best options. Okay? No fees, no gimmicks, just results. And if you're ready to expand, stock up, or fix your cash flow, hit that link right now.
Okay, so we've had this whole compliance. It's my word. I love talking about it. So let's crisis, because believe it or not, people are thinking we are in a crisis.
A constitutional crisis.
Yes, it is. They cannot do this. They cannot barge in. If you want to know what we're talking about, you can go on our TikTok and look at the things. If you do not know what it is, you can DM the TikTok, and I will tell you, and I will point out which comment I am talking about.
It's got several looks to it.
Several. You'll know it.
They're very upset. They're mad. They're upset.
Yeah.
They're mad.
We were talking about that song today. Anyways, why does crisis proofing matter? Right? Let's go into that. So the smoke shop industry is one of the most volatile retail sectors.
What? No way.
If you didn't know that, honey, you don't need to be in the industry because you don't know it very well. Because products get banned overnight, supply chains get disrupted. We've seen it all the time with these geek bars. They're just like, nah, you're not coming in.
I gotta have my geek bar. Hey, I know groups right now that are literally closing shop because they can't get their supply in. I know there are several big name distributors going under.
You've been telling these people for over...
No, look, not just me, man. Listen, whatever you want to say. There was this administration before the administration that we have today that did away with these and made this thing under the FDA. The PMTA made sure you understood what you could sell and what you couldn't, but some people chose not to listen.
And you got to realize, guys, that the laws are changing faster than you guys can adapt. So the shops that survive aren't the cheapest, aren't the flashiest. They're the ones that are prepared for the storm.
Yep.
So you don't need to rebuild the resilience now. One regulation, one supplier hiccup could shut your doors.
Yep.
That's the bottom line here. There's nothing about that. As an example, your flavored bans, your kratom restrictions, or sudden your Delta 8 crackdowns, hemp crackdowns. Right? So you need to diversify your categories, right? Don't rely on just one trend. Offer glass.
Not the cigarettes.
Exactly. Offer glass, accessories, merch, smell-proof gear. Focus on evergreen products, which are
grinders, detox,
your lighters, trays, detox. Detox. If you don't have Ultimate Gold Detox, please get that into your stores. It is the best in the country. It's been around for so many years. It wouldn't have been around for so many years if it wasn't good.
Hey, it's been around longer than you.
It's been exactly.
Yeah, it has.
I know that. It's like 1990 something.
Or something.
99. It's 1999, I think. So make sure that you build a brand over the products. If the customers come to your store for your experience, not just one item, they'll stay even longer when the products disappear.
Well, I mean, for sure. I mean, they walk in there and they see empty shelves. They think you're going out of business.
Exactly.
And
I
if
agree.
all you was a EA store and you can't get your flower anymore, if they see that you are a vape store and all you got juices but nothing what their disposables that the younger generation is looking for, or you don't have what exactly they're looking for now, they're out.
When we're talking about these things, about like your bare bone stores, yes, I do harp on buy everything from home, correct? I do. But I would be lying to you if I don't say make sure that you don't rely on a single distributor, because running out can cripple your sales.
Well,
Make
I mean,
sure you have multiple.
we are so heavy though. Listen, I'm telling you, I tend to tell people when you buy from us that we are more of a traditional smoke shop vendor.
Yes.
And we're those people. Now, if you're looking for specialty items with these crazy vaporizers or crazy disposables or things like that, I just don't carry them. I'm only carrying the core product.
Exactly. And then you normally do point them to another like wholesaler that that has them.
Yep. Yeah, and I don't mind it, man. I don't mind it at all.
Make sure that you have a multi-supplier relationship. Always have 2 to 3 backup vendors for your high demand items. Because what if something happens, you don't have it, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know anyone else. Which is, sometimes we have them, sometimes we don't. It just depends.
Yeah, right now I'm out of our best selling item. We're waiting for our order to come in, and we're out of it probably for another week or so.
Like I said, so you need to have a multi-supplier relationship. And you need to make sure that you track your sales data in your POS system so that you know which SKUs you must reorder early. And when talking about reordering, make sure that you have an emergency stock. Keep an extra of your top 10 best sellers in reserve. And do not wait when you're out of stock to call your vendor. By then, everyone else is too.
Well, I like having a par level set in my stores so that when you get down to so much, you know it. And of course, that's with the POS system. You would know it if the POS system is done up right and you're tracking
and if it's
on
not,
your items.
then he knows somebody for you.
Yeah, should you have a POS system that doesn't do that? I do have somebody do that. Send me an email with your name and phone number to askchadwade@gmail.com. They will give you a call. They will work it out with you, and they can help show you exactly what you need. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack. Go ahead.
So I'm going to go into a little bit of the marketing, which is why I'm here, obviously.
Yep.
So when rules change, your marketing has to pivot also. Because a lot of times when the rule has changed, it's also going to change federally. So that means federally, this is what you can and cannot market. So you're going to have to change what you're doing. So you need to
and you have to remember that Instagram and Facebook and X and LinkedIn, remember, those are all on an FCC line, which means that's a federal line.
And now
the internet is federal, not state. Don't lie to yourself.
TikTok is too.
And now TikTok is too.
Make sure that you stay flexible. Don't tie your identity into one product, right?
Not one platform either.
Exactly. And instead of saying you're the best vape shop as the brand, right? So that you're branded as a smoke cultural hub or the best smoke shop, things like that. Because at that point, it's just broadening what you're doing and not just one little thing. Make sure that you
I love that one. I love that button.
So make sure that you push your bundles and accessories when your main products are restricted. Things like that. The messaging should reassure customers we're stable, we're compliant, and we're here for the long run.
And that's what they should be looking for. Most customers want to have their neighborhood smoke shop be there until hell freezes over.
Exactly, because if it doesn't, then they're in their Facebook group all crying about how it's not there.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking at their local smoke shop, their local Facebook group, and they're saying, hey, listen, my smoke shop just went under. Do you know of another one? And you know what? I've seen those. I've seen that happen. For us, it was about the barbecue joint. I saw it here locally in our neck of the woods here. They were talking about the barbecue joint. They were talking about, hey, do we even have an Italian joint? Yes, we do. But I
heard that it changed underneath a new owner.
Right. And now, of course, the big talk is the school redistricting here.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
don't
wake up in the morning and that's the first place I want to go to for drama.
love it, man. The drama. But anyway, go ahead.
So it's great now because I'm not in school, so
Yay.
So the key takeaways, so I'm going to wrap this all up so it'll be sweet and easy for you guys. Key takeaways for your owners out there is crisis proofing is not optional in this industry. It is about survival. Pretty much in this industry, it's survival of the fittest.
Yes.
If you
I
can't
agree.
do it, close down the doors, close up the books, and don't call nobody for help.
But I think that if you're looking for any kind of help and you're saying to yourself, hey, look, I need somebody to help us get out there and to help us because I'm not very good at this. This is not my thing, and I may know somebody to do that.
Oh, me.
Yeah, her. And again,
but if you need any consulting, he's also good. You can book it on chatwaytv.com.
Yeah, I mean, I can help you with that as well. I can help you, maybe get your shop back together, or I can tell you the brutal fucking truth, which is maybe you shouldn't be in business.
Exactly.
And I have been known to do that, and people didn't listen, and they struggled with it, and took more money out of their IRAs or loaned against it, and ended up closing shop anyway. And usually I can see into the future when it comes to what you're doing, because if you are not doing what you need to be doing, you're hit. And if you're, you got some issues and you need some help with your social media, Bella can take care of it.
Of course.
And she'd be more than happy to do it. And that's it. And send her an email, but she's going to need some few things from you. She's going to need, a name and a number, and she's going to need your socials, and she's going to need to know everything about your store, so that she can do a little homework, so she can talk to you very, very knowledgeably. And if you want to send that to her, that's at kwmediallc@gmail.com. And she'll be more than happy to at least discuss it with you. But she may end up telling you, I think there's something wrong here, and it's going to take this to do it. But she's going to be brutally honest, like old Chad. You do know who her dad is. So I just want you to understand that. And she has been known to tell the facts.
And I will say, though, like, if it comes down to something and I'm noticing it's not just a marketing issue, and I notice it's maybe an ordering issue, or maybe it's another issue, I don't know, but I know he can answer it. At that point, if you do book with me, I do tend to help people, and it is an easier line to talk to him. Because if you need something or anything, I can pick up a phone and call him. And if it's a quick question like that, I can probably get it answered.
And that has happened.
Yes.
Has happened. And then when I didn't answer, she called again and again and again till I thought something was desperately wrong.
And then I called Mom.
And then she's like, hey, answer your phone. And of course, that scares the hell out of a dad. But, it is what it is. But I'm more than happy to help at that point, too.
It's like when I got that text message yesterday. We've had a fire. Where?
Yeah, at the warehouse.
Anyways, so before we wrap this up, let's just think your motto needs to be in crisis mode. Prepare for the band, stock up on the backups, and always market the brand over the product.
Yes.
That's what you need to do. So you need
the brand is everything. The brand is everything. The product means jack, because you're going to change that year to year, month to month even. The brand is everything. The brand is everything. And so if you're not wearing them, or if you don't have it up on, if you have smoke shop on the outside of your building, you're already failed. If you don't have a brand outside with a real sign, you failed. I'm telling you. Unless
and
you may have an ordinance, though. There may be an ordinance that says you can't do it.
But talking about signage, if you do have an ordinance issue or you don't know how to do signages, I do know people that do signages, and you could talk to him about that. Email him. He could probably get that fixed.
And they could reach out to people in your state to help you with it, and it costs you nothing to get a little bit of consultation involved. And so, what's it going to hurt? If you're having issues with your signage, I know some people that can get involved.
And they're very good about ordinances.
And super, super nice folks, man. Super nice folks.
We love
and so but I'm telling you, super knowledgeable,
Oh my gosh.
Like they eat, sleep, and drink this stuff, man.
I had not learned so much about signages in my life until I'd met them, and we did that.
Master classes
with them. I have learned so much about signage.
All right,
Let's
Bill,
go on
is
this.
that all you got?
That's all I got.
All right, Bill, I appreciate you doing this, y'all. Hey, listen, we're going to do this again down the road, and you'll see her the next Monday, of course, and we'll see what happens then. All right, everybody, thanks for coming in. Belle, thank you for doing this. I appreciate you taking the time to do it, and I know everybody here appreciates it as well. Remember, kwmediallc@gmail.com. Should you have any issues that you think Bella can help you with?
I probably can.
Okay. All right. Thanks, babe. Appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.